everyone, my name is Cherry Babes Magno and I am the first reporter of this group. We are the group 4 and our lesson is lesson 7, letters, memos, and emails. We have here learning objectives. Identify the basic parts of a letter, memo, and email. Differentiate a letter memo and email from one another. Use appropriate format and writing letter, memo, and email, and write an effective letter or email. And what is business letter? Business letter serves several purposes: for sales efforts, for complaints, for information, dissemination, for relationship building, and for problem solving. So, a business letter, according to Doyle 2020, and in the professional world, you will often need write a business letter, send a professional email from applying to a new job, writing a thank you note, sending a note of apology, or sending a farewell email when you depart there. And also, there are many circumstances that will require an appropriately formatted letter. And an effective business letter elicits expected someone from the reader. This can achieve a true, concise, tactful, and accurate writing style. A business letter serves several purposes. So they have so many purposes. For sales offers, so many efforts. For complaints, it explained here, right here. So please note that a business letter, it includes the contact information, a salutation, the body of the letter, a complimentary clause, and a signature. And we have here parts of a business letter. So the parts of the business letter are: number 1 is letterhead. What is letterhead? Letterhead, it identifies the writer, his or her address and contact numbers. Please note that one because I didn't put the meaning here because I want you to listen what is the meaning of this. What is the meaning of this part of the business letter? The second one is the date. We all know that what is date. So it is placed between the letterhead. So I will give an example later after I explain this all. And it should never use plain numbers for dates. It's many create confusion. Instead of using 12 2022 or like that, you should write December 12 2022 like that. Also 12 December 2022. We can and the date we can write the 12/12/2022 like that, because sometimes we are here sometimes students like they are writing like example November 11/9/2022. In the writing business letter is you have to write a date like December or November 9 2022 or 09 December 2022 like that. So the next one is the inside address. Inside address, what is the inside address? Inside address, it identifies the receiver's name, position, company, and address. It should be placed immediately below the date. So I said earlier that I will give an example later. So let's see where did they put the inside address. Oh, it's below the date. So the fourth one is the attention line. What is attention line? Attention line, it is used when the writer wishes to address the whole company but wants to bring it to the intention of a particular person in the company. And the next one is number 5 is salutation. It refers the writer's greetings to the reader. So, it refers to the writers. If you are the writer, it refers to you. Or how you to greet the reader. Or how you will unsaon nimo paghatag or pag-greet sa imuhang kasanagabasa. And it can appear that in different formats. Their sir, their mom, their sir, their mister, madam, like that. That's are the formats of writing and salutation. The next one is the body. Number 6 is body. It contains the message of the letter. So, we all know that what are the body and the business letter or the body and the letters. That are the message of your letter. Paragraphs are single space and then internally but double space to separate paragraphs. If the letter is too short, the body can be double space or triple space to separate the paragraphs. The next one is the complementary clause. What is the complementary clause? It is an expression used to end a letter. Below are the levels of formality and the complementary clause. Like example, Merriam-Webster Guide to Business Correspondence, 1996. Highly formal, respectfully used, respectfully, very respectful, like that. That's a complementary clause. Next one is the signature block. What is the signature block? Signature block includes the signature and the type name of the sender. So, the type name can be also in all caps. Pwede siya mga caps lock ba? Pwede siya caps lock. So, and the signature block kanang permahanan bitaw. Kanang pwede siya i-caps lock nimo, pwede rin po siya dili caps lock. Like, pwede rin ito yung name, first name, like that. The space for the signature should be 3 to 5 lines. Always remember that the space of the signature block is 3 to 5 lines. And the next one is the identification initials. Identification initials, it indicates that the typist's initials if the sender is not the one who personally typed the document. Identifications initials. And the number 10 is inclusion notation. Inclusion notation, it indicates the attachment of the letter. It can be written in the following formats. What are the formats? So the formats are enclosures. If you include more than one document, enclosure is the plural enclosures. Pwede enclosures, pwede enclosures or ENC or ENCL, like that. Note on the enclosure notation that if you do not have something to attach, if you had wala kay ibutang, you can skip this one. Also, the last one is the copy notation. Copy notation is it indicates the name of the secondary recipients of the letter. It is indicated by which it means carbon copy or courtesy copies. That's all. And I give you an example of this one also. So here is the example of the sample letter format, and this is the letterhead over there. You can see here, and the date. I said that earlier that this is the format, and the inside address. This is Dr. Annalen, Vice President, and then the recipient information. The recipient information, the sender or the kanang imong sendan ba sa iyang name mga ana. Oh, person ni Dr. Annalen C. Dominguez kay ihatag man kay Dr. Annalen C. Dominguez. And this is the salutation. This is the salutation. There, Dr. Dominguez, like that. And this is the body. The body. And the complementary clause. This one is the censorly. That is the example. And the signature block, this one is Jocelyn D. That is Nashe Permania. And the identification initial is JGFM. And the enclosure is ENCL that I mentioned earlier. And the copy notation, this is Melanie Sabanal, Admin Secretary. That is example of the business letter. And next is the parts of the format. So why do we need to know how to write a business letter? Because it is our responsibility to learn what is necessary in order to make your letter an effective, efficient, engaging, polite, and moving. Remember that business letter reveals your profession, your competencies, your personality, your knowledge, your skills, and of course, your company, if ever you have to build your own. You need to clearly understand that business letter is not just another mail, but a distinct representation of you. And we have here 3 formats of a business letter. This is the full black, modified black, and semi-black format. So, full black. We have an example here about the full black and the modified black. That one example earlier, that business letter I show here. That's also a full black. And we have here an example also of the modified black and the semi-black format. These are the 3 parts also, and I give an example. So here is the full black. So full black is in a full black letter, every component of the letter have an heading, address, salutation body, signature, identification, and enclosures. Is aligned to the left. Is aligned to the left. And also, first sentences of paragraphs are not indented. So that is the example of the full black. So the next one is the modified black. And this modified black example is in this type of the body of the letter and the senders and recipients address are left justified and single space. You have let's differentiate the full black. So here is the aligned, and here left aligned, and here the date is over on the right side, and also the signature. So the next one is the semi-black format. So let's differentiate the semi-black format to the 2 parts. So the semi-black format example here is the semi-black format is your address, date. The date can actually go on either the left or the right side. The closing, the signature, and the printed name are all attended to the right half of the page. So that's all. That's my part. And the next reporter, please. Thank you for listening.
So this is the tips for writing a letter. And this is very understandable. Please read carefully. Thank you. For the next reporter, please.
So, hello guys. So, I'm the one who tackle or discuss about the topic, namely memorandum. So, the question is, what is memorandum? So, from our modules, the definition given is a memorandum is a short notice which aims to inform, pursue, give announcement to target readers, and is usually written by the management is an organization. So, ang yata na definition is very sabotable naman kay siya, guys, no? When we say memorandum, singin naman dahil sa itong utok ana ay na dahil yung singin sa itong utok ana as we college students, because like for examples sa atong environment sa school, daghan naman kitag makita na memo gikan sa atong head gani sa atong organization na gusto ipaabot sa ato, like example of that is like holidays o legit ba na siya na like walay klase, so maghulat pa jud tag memo gikan sa taas para makaingon tag dili siya fake news. Then kayon ko dili lang pud mga inana mga panghitabo sa memo kay napaman siya mga other types of memorandum na ma-discuss sa other reporters like when tag memorandum pwede po siya mahitabong like sa business or sa company like og na ako yung nabuhat na mali or sala, then gitagaan ko memo sa akong manager na like warning ba ko or unsa akong angay buhaton, then mo nang gikan sa iya, then makita siya na tong legit di siya fake news kay na siya approval or sign na mao jud gusto ipahatag sa ako. And now we have 3 parts of memorandum, and we have most important information, supporting data and examples, and least important information. So kana siya guys is mao jud na ang dapat unod sa body sa letter gani na ipahatag sa nagsulat para sa mubasa ana. But before that guys is sa upper sa letter is dapat jud naka-indicate ang petsa kung kailan isinulat or ipinaksa ang memo at ang paksa nito o kung saan ito. And the memorandum is taken from the Latin memorandum, meaning it must be remembered. And now, diri na ta sa 3 parts sa memorandum, katong tulo. Then, firstly, we have most important information. So, like, diri nimo i-introduce ang issue o suliraning bahagi. Then, kani siya na part is, hindi siya, karaniwang ang haba nito is nasa 1/4 ng memorandum. And the second is we have supporting data and examples, and ang po dito is pangunahing aksyon na nais ipagawa ng nagpapadala sa mambabasa at nagtataglay ito ng ilang ebidensya bilang pangsuporta sa mga rekomendasyong ibinibigay ng nagpapadala. So the third we have least important information. So hindi bababa sa mga importanteng impormasyon. And that is the part of memorandum, and that is memorandum.
So good evening everyone. For today's video I will report the 5 types of a memo. Before everything else, let me introduce myself. So my name is Kevin J. Liedo. So the first memo that I will discuss is the instruction memo. Instruction memo, this memo provides information that the readers need to perform accurately. For example, a notice directing employers to undergo physical check-up. So natay sample po sa format ana nga memorandum. So kani. So ang kani siya nga memorandum, ang subject ani is annual physical examination. Ito akong istorya kanina, no? So, the subject of this memorandum is the all employers, for all employers. Then, the sender is Cora Castro, RMD, CS. So, muna siya ang iyahang initial nga name, no? So, CS. Then, siya nga annual physical examination is, as part of the company health and safety requirements, all employees had to take part in the annual physical examination APE on September 19, 2019. Please take note of the following. So, siya yung mga procedure kung unsa po ang ilang buhaton. So, ang kanisang memorandum is klaro kay siya no nga instruction memo, which is nga naa siya who, when, o where, then no? Ang nakabutan diri which is the September 19, 21, 2019. No? So, nakakuhaan jud siya kung asa, then, na jud siya mga instruction. Like, for the mga dated pod nga, yung instruction, which is for example, proceed to the clinic to the sign up for your APA schedule on September 14 to 16, 2019. Then, bring samples for a stool and urine analysis on your schedule APA. Then ATC, so dagan siya no. Then ang last part is which is ang for your compliance. Thank you very much. So ang kanisya nga memorandum is instruction memo. Then the second one is the request memo. So request memo, this asks readers to provide certain information or take certain action. For example of this memo is when requesting fund for a seminar. Then napuntay sample nga format ana para mas makuha na to. So, dara. Then, ang receiver ani nga message is si Marina Mislang, Vice President for Finance. Then, kani siya is, ang yung sender is Catherine Bautista KV, which is Catherine Bautista, the editor-in-chief. Then, and date is September 5, 2019. Subject is fund request for writing seminar. So, klaro kay siya no nga, kuhan jud siya, request memo. Kay sa subject pa lang, is na jud siya kuhan, kabutang jud nga, naka-indicate nga request. Then, tapos, ang importante nga part which is ang in preparation for the writing seminar which the company will host next year. I would like to request the amount of PHP of 30,000 for the reservation of function room for Flowers Hotel. I have been informed that we need to make a deposit on the before September 23, 2019 to reserve the room. Please note that the said amount will cover the reservation of the room of 9 hours as well as the tables of chairs set up, sound system, and lighting. Thank you very much, CCR Samsung President. So, kuan kay siya no, sabotable na jud kay siya nga memorandum nga which is request memo jud siya. Then ang isa kanisod pud sa memo is which is magkuan sila function nga kuano, function room nga ilang ka siguro na sila event nga buhaton. Then so dito nag-request sila og kuan kwarta para reserve to nila nga kuan function room which is muagi pud siya sa even though nga ang kani siya ang receiver is si ang Vice President which is si Marina Maslang, muagi gyapon siya kay nakabalo na pud na siya nga napuy copy pud ani si Samson which is ang president no. So mao ni siya ang sample pud sa request memo. Then the third one is the announcement memo. Announcement memo, this provide information about an event, person or thing. An example of this memo is when announcing a meeting, no. So maghatag pug ko og sample ani. So ang receiver ani is ang all employees. Then ang sender which is si Ryan Samson RS. So di ba sa first na katong duha nga kung kuan is mo siya ang ilang president. Then ang date jud is September 12, 2019. So kung di ba sa basta maghimo gyud ta og memorandum, ang kana jud sa date pod importante pod na siya nga di na siya kanabitong katong kana September 19, 2019. So ato kasagaran ginabutan nato is 9/12 2019. So di dapat di jud siya nga dapat ang sa date jud is which is ang kanijong September dapat naka letters jud siya nga September 12, 2019. Then ang subject ani is new Vice President for the marketing. So klaro na jud kay siya no nga gi-announce jud ni ring nga naay bag-o nga Vice President ang isa ka kumpanya which is kaning marketing ani no. Then ang sa iyang nakasud sa iyang memorandum which is please be informed that the position of Vice President for Marketing has already been filled by Miss Janet Pascual. She holds office on room C for the company's executive floor. All employees under the marketing department will report to Miss Pascual from today onwards. So naka-memo jud siya nga ang tanang kuan employee which is moadto jud sa kanang ilang bag-ong kuano Vice President sa ilang marketing. So ila jud ang kuanon kay naka-memo man. So obligation jud na nila nga moadto dito sa katong office which is sa ahadapit ang room sa katong ilang bagong Vice President. So mao ni siya so di ba taron jud kay ang subject niya is new Vice President for Marketing. So kuan jud siya announcement, kuan jud niya siya sa kuan announcement memo. Then the fourth one is the transmittal memo. So transmittal memo, this serves as a covered note for a more formal or lengthy documents. For example, no, of this memo is when transmitting an annual report to the members. So napuntay sample ani nga format. So dira yung sample. So ang sa receiver, as we can see, daghan jud sila, di ba? Kay kuan mo gud ni siya kanang sa transmittal memo, which is daghan jud ang makuan ana. Then from Michael Aborlida, MA, which is muna na siyang iyang initial, MA, which is the Michael Aborlida. Then the operation manager, which is ilahaw ng operation manager. Then the date is September 17, 2019. Then ang subject which is ang annual productivity report. So from the kuan pa lang, no, sa subject pa lang is nakabutan jud siya is annual productivity report, which is na jud siya naka-attach nga report jud nga kailangan jud ko nang kuanon sa mga siguro sa kung kinsa ang nadra sa marketing or nasa organization or sa business. Then ang unod ana is attach the annual from the word na jud siya nga kabutan ri attach. So na jud sila kanang kuan jud na papel nga which is ang mga report. In the annual predictive report of the publishing team under my division, the documents includes the overview of the team performance as well as the statistics on their productivity during the past few years. The report for this fiscal year will be found after these introductory pages. Recommendation and a business forecast for next year are also included. Please let me know if you have questions regarding these documents. Thank you very much. So, klaro jud kay siya nga transmittal memo jud siya kay naman jud siya nakabutang attach, which is ang ilang murag file guro nga kailangan nga makuan sa mga adra sa or kani sa marketing, which is the mga sa mga receiver, which is sila Ryan Samson, di ba kana si Ryan Samson kay kuan na siya president nila, then kani si Janet Pascual is a vice president, yang kani Andres, sila Cain Guzman, Amanda o Castillo, which is najud siya sa isa ka kuan establishment, no. Then mao ni siya ang sample sa ato ang transmittal memo. Then the last one is the authorization memo. So from the word authorization, no, which is authorized to kung kinsa tong kuan authorized kay, di ba? Nanam jud siya sa word jud nga authorization. Then authorization memo is this give permission, no. Then ang example ani for this memo is when allowing an employee for study on Saturdays, mao jud na siya. So bali ako na siyang ikuan diri kay naman tay sample ani, no, tay discuss, which is so ang subject ani is from the word authorization for different schedule, no. So klaro jud kay siya nga gina-authorize, no. Then kaniya ang receiver ani si Catherine Bautista, which is the editor-in-chief. Then from which is ang sender, which is si Michael Arboleda, MA, which is mo na yung initial, no. Then operation manager. Then date September 17, 2019. Then subject authorization for different schedule. Then ang yang important part sa memo, which is please be informed that Amanda Gabriel is authorized to work from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. during the weekdays to compensate for her inability to work during Saturday. This schedule change was requested and approved to enable Miss Gabriel to take Saturday classes for the second degree. Thank you very much. So ang kani siya nga memo is nakakuan jud ni siya kay Amanda Gabriel, no, which is siya kay di daw siya ka ang work from 8 to 7 and during weekdays na compensate here ability to work during Saturday. So nag-request jud siya nga ang na maaprubahan na ma-change ang iyahang kuan adlaw, which is Saturday classes to second degree, no. So siguro na siya ka ng exam ana nga mga adlaw, so iyang gikuan ang iyang kuan adlaw. So klaro mo jud kay sa kanang iyang kuan jud, which is ang subject authorization for different schedule, no, siyang subject. So that's all for the 5 types of memo, and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. The topic that I'm going to discuss tonight is the advantages and the disadvantages of a memo. let's proceed to advantages of a memo. Number 1, it reaches a large number of readers at the same time. So through memos, dili limit ang readers na makabasa kay bisag dili para sa tanan ng memo, bisag laing tao pwede makabasa kay sa memo kay naka-written and printed man siya. Number 2, it provides a written record that can be accessed anytime. Ang memo is written man siya. So by making memos, dapat kanang nagid kay copies or kaning record sa imuhang memo na gibuhat. Number 3, it allows a detailed and accurate delivery of message. So even na short message lang ang imong memo nga gibuhat, dapat detailed and accurate ang imuhang memo kay para easy sa mga readers pag sabot sa imong memo na gibuhat. So let's proceed to the disadvantages of a memo. Number 1, it is not ideal to convey complex topics since memos are generally used for short text. So dili gud ang paghatag og complicated na topics sa memo kay ang memo gigamit lang siya for short text lang. Number 2, it takes time to reach distant branches and offices. So ang pagbuhat og memo, it takes time to reach distant branches and offices yun kay for example magbuhat ka og memo para sa moabotay na event, syempre need nimo ipabalo sa inyong head or president sa organization para ilahang ma-approve ang imong gibuhat na memo. So mag-take pa na siya og time para ma-confirm nila or approve. And number 3, it is more expensive than email. So mas expensive siya kaysa sa email. As usually a memo is a per printed form. It is expensive than other means. Sometimes printed memos remain unused because the more readers, the more printed memos yun ang imong mabuhat. And that's all. Thank you.
So hi guys, good day, especially our instructor. So for this day, we will tackle about 10 parts of a memo. First, we have a letterhead. Identifies the department office, name, addresses, and contact number. So guys, naka-example diri mo ni siya matawag ni nga letterhead. Kanang naay logo. Tapos na nakabutang nga Samal Island City College. Mo na siya imong matawag sa isa ka memorandum letter na letterhead. Next, we have a date. Serve as chronological record for reference purposes. Kana makita ni mo dira nga date. Tapos na nakabutang March 9, 2021. Next, we have a two-line. Indicates to the name and title of the receiver. So, ang two-line is mo na ang imong matawag nga kung para asa ang letter. Ang nakabutang nga 2, tapos na nakabutang administration, faculty of and staffs. Tapos next is we have a form line. Indicates the name of the sender. So, kani siya guys, if you are a sender, so imong ibutang dira nga from. Imong butang imong full name. Tapos next is we have attention line. Used when the writer wishes to address but wants to bring it attention of a particular person of a company. Next is we have a subject line. Announce the main content or topic of a memo. Mana guys, na dira makita na nimo dira ang subject line. Next, we have a body. Contains the message of the memo. So ang body guys, dire makita nimo. Kana siya kung unsay nakabutang sa isa ka memorandum letter mo na ang matawag nimo nga body. Next, we have identification initial. Indicates that type's initial of the sender is not the one who personally typed the document. For example, ani guys no is na siya diri
kung kinsa ang mupirma sa imuhang memorandum letter. Moto siya ang nakabutang or mo sign in ato. Next is, number 9 is we have a enclosure notation. Refers to the attachment of the memo. And last one, we have a copy notation. Indicates the name of secondary recipients of the letter. So, ang copy notation mo na imong makita sa pinakaubos. Kana na nakabutang dira guys. So, copy notation. Og ang enclosure notation. And that's all. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. I am the next reporter, Joe Masambong of this group. My topic for tonight is all about electronic mail or email. Similar to letters and memos, but with the advent of technology, email has been introduced as a new form to business communication. Email serves many purposes. It can be used to give directions, to transmit documents, to record important data and important information, to send electronic files, confirm requests, to explain procedures, to make recommendations, to inquire and to submit feasibility and status reports, and many more. Sabotable naman gani guys, no? Kaning email guys, siguro isip estudyante kita na among gitay mga email. Dili lang siya ang email, dili lang siya pang business. Pwede pud siya pang buhat o pareha sa ato karon. Atong ginagamit na sa through sa online reporting. So unsa basta online ng mga klase guys, nagagamit na tag email. Sa una di kay nato na magamit, pero karon gamit na para sa tuwa. Samot na sa mga businessman o sa mga business. Kay daghan kasi purpose nga ginadala og easy lang to access worldwide. Diba? Bisag layo imuhang kahit malayo yung padalhan mo ng memo or letter is napakadali na lang, diba guys? There are advantage of email. It reaches the target reader fast. Ang imong padalhan guys na dali na lang siya ma-deliver di para sa una guys natay ginatawag na mailman. Katong mailman mo to siya atong letter ba atong door to door nga letter. Pero tungod sa technology guys, dali na lang gayo i-send through sending na lang sa imong kuan basta nakay data or wifi, nakay signal. Through sending your email or your letter to someone, dali na lang kayo siya guys. Number 2, it confirms in acceptance or rejection easily. Sabotable lang kayo. It is less costly than letter and memos. Wala dili na kay ka makagasto og dako guys kay kuan naman through sending sa email nimo through nakay data dali ra kaayo. Di pareha sa una, pareha ang giingon kanina. Para sa kaniadto door to door, kinahanglan kay mo gasto og dako gid mga kuan. Magasto pa kag kwarta. Number 4, it can easily reach the fastest part of the globe. Worldwide siya, dali ra kayo. Bisag nasa ibang bansa yung padalhan mo guys ng memo mo or letter, napakadali na lang. Patok kani siya sa kuan guys, no? Lamang kani sa mga businessman. Number 5, it is environment friendly. Number 6, it is easier to document. Dali ra kaayo pagbuhat nimo mga documents. And there's also have a disadvantage of this app email. Isa man siya ka-app guys no ang atong ginagamit. Number 1, it is prone to hacking and technical glitches. Pwede kayo siya ma-hack guys sa mga hackers. Dali ra kayo siya ma-hack. Maong kinahanglan nato para dili kay ta magkuan. Pwede sa to pwede change password nato dayon. Para makaiwas pud ta sa disadvantage ba dapat gina-activate nato ato ang kuan password. Gina-ilisdan. Number 2, it can cause information overload. Daghan na kayo. It can be used to transmit computer virus. Mahimong maka-virus imuhang computer guys. Pinagi ani nga app. And the next is tips for writing an email or a memo. Through this app, number 1 is keep the subject line simple and short. Subject line and simple and short. Alright, guys. Number 2, do not change the subject line when you are replying to an email. Number 3, the two line should contain the names of the primary readers. Secondary readers must be placed in the CC line, primary readers, and those who are directly involved in the message of the email. Number 4, ensure the correctness of the email address of the recipient. Kung magpadala ka kuan guys sa memo, i-sure gid nimo nga mao ba to siya imong nasendan sa imong email or memo. Kung mao ba to nga recipient nga imong sindan sa imong memo. Number 5, make the file's name of the attached document meaningful instead of using letter 1. Use request letter Mendoza. Example na siya guys. So example. Butang po nimo sa title dito para aha to nga memo para sa tong gisindan nimo maka balo po siya para aha to. Number 6, never use all caps. Never use all caps in the main text. This is unacceptable. Number 7, state your purpose in the first sentence of the memo. State nimo asa to nga purpose guys para aha to nga memo. Para ba to sa meeting o unsa ba? Avoid emoticons. Avoid emoticons and informal language in your letter and memo. Sa butabol ka guys, dapat formal gid siya. And I think that's all. And thank you.
Good morning everyone. So I am the one to report to you about what are the difference of letter, memo, and email. So let's start with the memo. So unsa may difference sa memo sa letter o email. So ang memo, it should be short and precise. A signature is not required. It is exchanged within the organization. It contains a header, a date, and subject. So ang letter, ang difference pod niya between memo and email kay ang letter is long and informative, kailangan po siya og signature sa sender. It is exchanged between the company and the client, or between the sender and the receiver. So it does not contain any header. Formal language is used to convey information to specific person. So mato siya ang letter. So ang email is informal and routine message. So nganong ang email is informal and routine message? Ang email is naa siya tulo ka types of email. Naa siya semi-formal email, formal email, ug informal email. Unsa may difference aning tulo? So ang kaning semi-formal email is ang ginasend nimo siya between sa mga ang semi-formal email, this is for the colleague or teammate. Language is used, simple, friendly, and email casual. So, mo to siya ang semi-formal email. Ang formal email is kaning ginasend siya sa kaparehaan ng companies or government departments, call authorities or other offices. So dira siya na belong ang formal email. So mo to siya dapat imong pag mag-send ka og email with those people na kanang parehaning government department kana kailangan ang email is formal. So ang informal email is this written to any relatives, family, or friends. So mo na siya ang informal email. So ano siyang routine message man ang email. So ang email manggod kay mo na manggod ni atong gina-use karon. So it's easy lang siya, dili na kakailangan nga mag-type ka, pero kanang ang message ba dali lang manggod kaayo nila ma-receive, dali lang pud sila maka-receive. So email is a signature is used as a complementary closing of the message, which is automatically inserted. An email pod, it can be changed between anyone. It can be exchanged between anyone. So pwede mo ka dito murag sa messenger ba, murag kanang pag mag-send kag chat, dali lang po sila maka-reply. Mura siya na exchange between anyone. So it contains an introduction, body, closing, subject line, and recipient email. So ipakita na ko sa inyo ang tulo ka email. So ang kanang first, dili ra jud kay siya ma-identify, di ba nga ay kana siya kuan din na siya memo. Sa isa lang jud nimo katan-awan sa tulo ka email, ma-identify nimo siya kung unsa ang difference between sa ilaha. So dali lang man siya kaayo sabton jud. Ang first picture is mao na siya ang memo, mao na siyang naay mao na siya ang short and precise, naa siya header, naa siya kanang date, date and subject. So then the body dayon, tas ang email makita nimo siya is wala siya header, unsa lang naa siya wala siya header, tas ang informal language is used pareha ng naay naka-indicate na madam or unsa pa nang kanang dear ma'am ana. Tapos ang kaning email is makita pod nimo siya ang introductions. Tapos makita man pod nimo kanang naay from to nya kanang CC BCC ana subject. Makita dali ra man siya ma-identify yun. Thank you.